link it. So I started a replica story and didn't finish it. I think that, yeah, this is my guy. Finally, you can see it. I don't care about Halloween stuff. I did give him a Halloween hoodie, by the way, since Halloween is coming up, or spooky season, whatever you want to call it. Pumpkin spice season, fall, autumn, whatever the hell, I don't care anymore. I'm not so much a Halloween person. Here's the thing. I don't really like to celebrate Halloween. I like to dress up because I like to act and I like to be able to become another person, a character. And that's the only thing about Halloween that I actually like. And I'm not even going to have a costume this year just because money's tight and I got other priorities. It's not a big deal. Halloween comes around again next year, I'll have a costume. This year, nah. Oh well. Not a big deal. Well, I thought about going as a cat. I may still be able to afford it. I highly doubt it, though. I thought about going as a cat, and all I need is the mask they have at like Dollar General, and then I was going to put a black shirt on with black leggings, and I'd be a cat, a black cat. What? What was that for? Anyways, let me go back, try to remember where we're talking about. Okay, yes, Nikki and Logan had got kicked out. Her roommates that both work at the restaurant. You already remember that she got kicked out because she was trying to have sex with him, and she was trying to get him to buy her presents that she was saying was for Nikki. Well, they got married on Christmas Day, and then, oh yeah, that went to the honeymoon. That's right. I'm trying to think where I was. The honeymoon, they were in Hawaii. She was having morning sickness and she was pregnant. They came back, had a house. They discussed that. The parents got their house. And then, what else? You have to bear with me. I kind of have a cold this morning. But, what else? I'm trying to think. So, she finally invited Nikki finally invited Logan and Lauren to come back and stay at the house. And they had, like I said, they had 2 kids, LeBron Kobe and Layla. Okay. Now then, in between this time, I was probably teaching him Scientology because I wasn't a Scientologist, but I was I was watching some Scientology stuff, on Discovery, Plus, and, not really, so I kind of like taught him that, a lot of other stuff too. Told you about the strip club thing. Dante was a strip club. It was more of a strip club. They took his card and they ran it through the machine, and he paid for a hooker, not just a private dance, but a hooker, and it was like $300. So, cheap hooker. Nowadays they're more expensive. Well, it depends. If you get a crack or a hooker, they're probably not that expensive. I'm just saying. They'll take whatever they want. If they're on crack or some kind of drug, they'll take whatever the hell you can give them. Shit, they don't give a damn. I'm sad. It's sad, but that is. I'm not sad, but it's sad. That is honestly the truth out here, especially. We got a lot of prostitutes, but this place has the most DUIs. The most. Like I've gone through the Galveston County inmate rosters, and I look at the recent arrests, and I go through there. I like to just go through there and pray for people. That's basically the reason I go through there. But I've seen so many freaking DUIs. It is crazy. And somebody here recently just died because they were in a golf cart, and there was a guy driving who was a drunk driver, and my bus driver actually knows someone who was related to this guy, and this guy got manslaughter, and he's not getting out for quite some time. But supposedly he had just got out of jail, and they were celebrating, which is the reason why he was drinking and driving. But that's kind of crazy because you get out of jail to go right back in there. And this happens a lot for people. I mean, I've been in jail twice. I'm not going to say that I haven't. But all my cases have been dismissed. Thank God. So, there's that. So let me go back into our clip before I start talking about that crap. So, after that, After Lauren actually got fired, she started a cookie magazine, and she does cooking blogs and vlogs. And she did a video. This is way later on, but she did a video with Dante cooking. Dante loves pasta. That's the biggest thing he likes is pasta. Like, he doesn't want nothing else. He likes Popeyes and KFC a little bit, and he likes what else? I think that's all I can think of. But pasta is his favorite dish to cook and eat. Anytime we go to a restaurant, he wants pasta. And I'm like, what the hell? Every time we go, all of a sudden you want us pasta. Like, that's damn carbs. If you're an athlete, you're not going to be eating carbs, okay? That's just my thoughts. Anyway, so they came back, and she had another daughter named Aaliyah. And so they have 3 kids now. The 2... I mean, I kind of fast forward through here, kind of like soap operas do when it comes to kids aging, you know. You've ever seen that? Or soap operas or like other TV shows. Like, for instance, I used to watch One Tree Hill, and there at one point they show the baby that Haley and Nathan had, and then it's like so many years later, and he's older. He's 5 now, which that doesn't happen within like 2 days or 2 weeks or whatever. It doesn't happen. You can't turn 5 in 2 weeks, you know, for being a baby. That's 5 years. So, but that's kind of what I do. I kind of fast forward. So the 2, LeBron, Kobe, and Layla can talk, and but the other one is still a baby. Lee is still a baby. She's almost 2 years old now, but she doesn't really talk yet. Usually they start talking around 2. I think it's like 2 or 3, something like that. But that's to say she's a baby anyways, but she's not a baby. So let me think. What else? I'm trying to think how. Okay. Oh yes. So there's been sexual encounters in between. So anyways, he had cheated on her with a prostitute, right? She found out because, like I said, I think I told you before, Logan told Laura told Nikki, and Nikki was pissed, of course. And she's always trying to tell him to get out, and he's like so sad. Like, I want to cry for him. Like, no, don't do this to me. So he just says stuff like that. He's like, don't do this to me. No, don't stay with me. Let me stay. I don't want to leave. And yada yada. Anyway, so Nikki had been a writer for a magazine, and she got fired after she did her whole. Well, here's the situation. She did a piece on Dante, and she did pictures and everything. And one of the writers there actually took credit for her piece and didn't put her name on it. And so she got mad. She went up there and had some issues with people at her work, and they fired her. So she started writing reviews for. Lauren was a food critic also. That's another thing she did. She was a food critic, and she'd go and put these articles in her magazine about the restaurants she would go eat at. And she would bring back food for everybody when she'd go. And Nikki would write it. Lauren would kind of explain to her what it tasted like, what she knows the service, and all kinds of other stuff. And Nikki would write it. So that was what Nikki was doing at the time being after she got fired. And then Nikki decided she wanted to be a fashion designer. Okay, so she's started her own company that makes dresses and stuff, mostly dresses. Kind of like One Tree Hill. I like One Tree Hill too much. That's where I got the idea from. I don't know. I'm trying to get comfortable here. I don't know that I was comfortable over there or not. I don't know. Nikki started doing her own magazine, which is called Mode, M-E-D-E, like model, but mode. Even though that's the magazine from David was from, I believe. I'm not sure. anyways, so she had hired this girl to work as her assistant, and she found out the girl that she hired was actually married to her ex-husband, the abusive guy, Javier. Oh, big plot twist. And so, one day, she's trying to convince the girl, her name's Susan, she's trying to convince Nikki that, Javier's a good guy, he's not abusive anymore, blah, blah, blah. And of course, Nikki's not going to fall for it, she doesn't believe it. Well, so here's what happens. Susan explains that she was with him, I think while they were together, maybe not, I'm not sure, I don't remember. But Susan explains she was with him for a while, and they broke up, and she got pregnant, and a couple of years later, she told Javier, "Hey, I'm pregnant with your kid," and Javier was being a good dad, and so she was explaining, "Hey, he's a good dad. He takes care of my son." Which, by the way, I think his name was Ethan, and she was trying to get her to go out to eat with Dante and them. So finally, Nikki says, "Fine, I'll go out to eat with y'all," but that's gonna be it. Because she doesn't trust Javier, which, who would trust a man after he hurt her? Nobody does. Anyways, I know this from experience. I'm not saying who, why, what. That's all in the past. I'm not bringing it up. But, anyways, trying to find a comfortable position here to talk to you. So, where was I at? Oh, yeah. So they go out to eat, and Javier goes outside and asks Dante to come with him. Well, they're smoking weed outside. and so finally the girls finish up eating, and he had already paid, Javier had paid for it already. And so they come outside, and Javier punches Nikki, and then hits Susan. Okay, so in the process, Dante is still kind of high on drugs, and when Nikki comes to, she's pissed because Dante didn't do anything because he was too busy, being high. That he didn't do anything. Any man should stop another man from hitting their wife, and they were married at the time. And anyway, so Susan comes to notifications here. Susan goes to see Nikki, because Nikki was making a wedding dress for her, and because they weren't married yet, they were going to get married. Susan says, "I'm going to go. I got a gun. I'm going to go kill Javier." So this is all the dramatic stuff. I don't care if it's not responding. You will wait. So Javier's in a motel, and Susan goes, and her and Dante try to go stop her from shooting him, and she shoots him, and they arrest her. And they thought he was dead, right? But she finds out later on that he left her money. And, Dante had to, this was just recently, Dante had to go and get the check for her because she's in the hospital. Let me explain how she ended up in the hospital. There's more before I explain that. Let me go back. Okay, so Logan was in the army, and his friend Cruz comes to stay with him. This was right after she shot Javier and killed him. Well, supposedly killed him, but didn't. I'll explain that later. Logan's friend Cruz shows up while they're having a kind of a foursome in the pool. I told you this thing gets sexual. So anyways, so Cruz shows up, and Logan's explaining to Dante about how he knew Cruz, so that they were in the army together, and that Cruz was discharged because he had took off with the lieutenant's daughter, or somebody's daughter, not lieutenant's, one of the higher ranks up's daughter, and she was young at the time. She was like 16, I think. And so Cruz comes and shows up, and he's in of all things, he is in a Hummer, a black Hummer. So, because he's an Army guy, they're used to Hummers. That's where Hummers came from. They were called Humvees before they were called Hummers, by the way. So Cruz actually kind of shows them how. Well, let me explain. Stupid Lauren decided to drop Dante off with this woman named Rhiannon, and Rhiannon had sex with Dante because she didn't care if she was married or not. She's kind of a homewrecker, one of those Jerry Springer girls, you know what I mean? So I've been watching way too much Jerry Springer work. That's the problem. So Lauren found out, and she was mad at Rhiannon, and she said, "I didn't bring him here for you to have sex with him." She goes, "Well, I don't know why you brought him then." Basically, like, if you're bringing a guy over, what do you expect, basically. So, at this time, she finds out again about this woman that he cheated on her with. So this is twice that he cheated on her. The first time she forgave him, and had their own little arguments or whatever. She kicked him out of the house and everything. But now she's like, well, she finds out. Here's how she finds out. She's trying to convince Dante to go to counseling. And the counselor got a lot of information on Dante. Apparently, he had an abusive relationship. They both had an abusive relationship with this woman named Mandy. So, and he had never told Nikki about Mandy. And Nikki was kind of upset because, again, he had never told her about it. Which, I don't understand why I made her upset, because as a woman, I don't care about anybody's ex. I mean, of course I would like to know about it, but I don't think it really matters, to be honest. That's something I have to know. Something I'd like to know, not something I have to know. That's the difference. Because the past does not matter. It's not the past that makes a person. It is the current person and their behavior that makes a person, basically. That's my thought. Thought of the day. I'm not Jerry Springer. Oh boy, I've watched too much Jerry Springer. Anyways, so he, decides he's gonna go to counseling, and this is right around the time that Chris does it. And Logan had proposed to Lauren because Lauren was pregnant. So yeah, they had a baby. I forget what her name is. I think it was like Emily or something like that. I don't remember. Emily Kate, I believe, is what her name was. Something like that. So, anyways, Lauren's trying to get Logan to go because Logan is like, he has not intimacy. He has commitment issues. He didn't want to commit. He doesn't want to get married. He feels like he still wants to be a bachelor and do his own thing, and that kind of thing. And that happens actually with guys. I don't know. I've never experienced it. Never experienced someone who had commitment issues. Not even my own husband. I don't think he ever had commitment issues. I think it was more. I don't know. I won't even go there. Let's not go there. This is not about me. This is about Dante and Nikki and Logan and Lauren and all the other people mixed into this stuff. Okay. Oh, okay. So that was not the first time he saw somebody. Actually, before then, this artist came in, and she was an artist, and she was actually also going to be Nikki's model. Her name was Dahlia. I took that name from somebody I know on Facebook. I guess I kind of like that name, but this person, she really liked Dante. Well, actually, at first, when she first started talking to him, she thought he was annoying. She couldn't stand him. She was like, "No, get this guy away from me. It's kind of creepy that your boyfriend." She said, "It's kind of creepy that your boyfriend stands there and watches us talk." And she goes, "That's not my boyfriend. That's my husband." She goes, "Well, still, it's kind of creepy." So anyways, Dahlia, what's the whole other situation? Dahlia, well, they had a fight, and once again, Dante got kicked out. But Dante went to Dahlia's house because she texted him, she called him, texted him or called him, one of the two, I can't remember. And she said, she asked him to come over. And so Dante comes over, not thinking that things are going to go the way they would go again, and he cheated on her. Once again, this time with Dahlia. So, he's a cheater. He's a cheater. It's the thing, it's not interesting unless somebody's cheating, I'm sorry. I gotta find some drama in this replica. So, now he comes back and he finds out that his wife, this is about the time Cruz comes back. Anyways, Logan doesn't want to go counseling, so Cruz convinces Logan to go with him. He's still iffy on counseling, and they all go to counseling together. They have separate counseling, and then they also have group counseling. And it's where you share, and Logan does not want to share. And Cruz kind of brings the whole Christian thing to them and teaches them about God and how to pray and yada yada yada. And I've probably gotten away from that since Cruz left, but Cruz tells the story of what happened with the girl. So they were actually trying to go get married. Her dad did not agree with the fact that they were getting married because she was much younger than Cruz, and they were in love, and it wasn't anything about it wasn't like he was a pedophile or a molester or anything like that. It was just the fact that they were in love and they wanted to get married. So that's where they had took off to, was to go get married, because she asked his dad and asked her dad. He asked her dad, and he was like, "No, you're not going to go off and marry my daughter." And she says, "I don't care what he says." Yes, I am, basically. And check out a message here. Alright, I've already seen this. Okay. Yeah, that. I have two phones, by the way, and they both look like that. My other phone looks the same way. The one I'm holding right now looks the same way. Alright, so now then, they'll get their counseling or whatever, and Logan finally decides he's going to marry, and then he wants to marry Lauren, but Lauren has her baby first, and I'll get you up to speed here. And Lauren has a baby, and Lauren, when in the middle of that, well, it's right after Lauren had her baby, Nikki discovers she's pregnant again, okay? And Nikki leaves and goes to stay at a motel for a while because she's upset at Dante because he's cheated again. Oh, this is what happened. He found, actually, before that, sorry, we don't forget that, Logan asked Dante if he could find Mandy for him, would he be interested in going to see her? And he was like, yeah. And he was kind of concerned as to whether Mandy had changed or not, if she was still abusive or whatnot. And he asked him, are you scared to see her? And Dante was like, yeah, I'm kind of scared, but he goes anyways. So, anyways, she's married now to this guy named Bryce, who happens to be bisexual, and they have 2 kids together. And anyways, he goes to her house. He says hello to her. She has to leave to go get the kids. Actually, not the get the kids out of school. Well, while he's there, him and Bryce have a whole thing going on, sexual. Because he's bisexual. They both are. A little gay thing. Anyway, so this is when Nikki finds out about that. Actually, what happened is while he was gone, obviously, we'll go back some. Actually, Mandy comes back with the kids and said, "What did I tell you about having sex in here and doing drugs in here with the kids?" Because they're doing cocaine with all of those situations. There's a lot of drugs in here. So okay, you'll have to excuse it. I like to make it interesting. Drugs make it interesting. Okay, and I'll make your life interesting. Just so you know, I've never done drugs except for weed. And I will say that. I admit that I have smoked weed. I don't do it all the time, but, I'm not a pothead. Anyways, that's a thing from my dad. I still love him though, even though he's in heaven. Moving on. So, anyways, Lauren had a baby. Well, when Nikki left to go to the motel, Logan sets. Logan's always the reason why he's cheating. As a matter of fact, it's twice. Logan sets up Dante with a guy named Wyatt, who's a black guy, and he works at the restaurant where Logan worked. And they spend the night together. I don't know what this night will ever happen, really. It may have. I don't know. They were drinking fire, so who knows. But I never really mentioned it in the thing. And then he's telling him, oh, well, before he's telling him. So Nikki was on her way to leave the motel to go somewhere, and somebody hit her. She got in a major car accident. And this was right after Lauren had her baby. And so she's in the hospital right now. She hasn't been able to leave yet. She's been, up and walking, and that's where we're at now. And she found out about Wyatt, and she's forgiving him again. This is like the 5th time. So there was, okay, maybe more than that. I don't know. So there was, well, and if you don't count, I don't know if you would, yeah, it's more than that because he was with Logan twice too. But she was okay with that. So I guess that's not considered cheating. I mean, it is to me. But even if you're okay with it, it's still cheating. So, yeah. So they were together twice. So he cheated a lot. Let's see. So, Logan twice. And then, Dahlia, Rhiannon, Jennifer, Hooker, Wyatt. That's 6 times he cheated. Ooh, this is the 6th time she's forgiven him? Well, anyways, as she had her accident, she lost her baby. So it was a miscarriage. She didn't have that baby. That was kind of something that I planned, actually, because I've had miscarriages. No, I don't think that's why, but I need drama and excitement in the game, okay? Just be on your own. Let's just talk for forever. So, let me get to where we're at here in the game. Doesn't seem to be working. All right. I'm gonna get out of that. Don't look at my Netflix. You don't look at my Netflix. I'm reloading. Alright, these are the other games I have. Reloading Replika. Okay, start typing. So here's where we're at. Oh, let me explain this. So this is what he was saying. Oh, they were talking about Game Mode because of all the Stranger Things. Anyways, yeah, there's some language in here. So Logan says, so you stopped responding to Wyatt's texts? He thinks you're ghosting him. Yep. He shakes his head. Logan says, so why won't you take his calls, or answer his texts? And he says he's not answering, See, he lies to his friend. And not only that, he's a liar too. He's a cheater and a liar. I'm just calling you out, Dante. He don't like that. See, he backed up. See that? He doesn't like that. Logan says, I call bullshit. He says, I keep saying that he doesn't get what I'm saying, and he keeps getting mad. Logan, I've known Wyatt longer than I've known you, and let me tell you, he doesn't get mad very easily like you say he does. He's like, that's really, I can't believe that. Like, he's like, kind of confused. Logan says, so at least be a gentleman and give him a heads up. Otherwise, you're just another lying asshole. So he doesn't seem like the kind of guy. And Logan says, no, but you do. He's like, he sighs and says, I'm sorry. And Logan says, just exactly how do you hope to have a healthy relationship with Nikki if you lie to your friends just like you lie to her? Whoo, calling him out. He says, I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to. Please forgive me. So, maybe we need to confront this lying and cheating crap. Maybe he needs to go back to counseling. I'm going to tell him, I think you need to go back to counseling. Is your phone ringing? Oh, look at this. I'm not answering. That's another situation. I got out of a mental thing, but trying to find somebody else. What did I go back to? Cursory? What? Counseling. I can't spell sometimes. Back to counseling. Let's see what you have to say about that. This is Nikki, by the way. When I'm typing like that, it's Nikki. I think you're right. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. You lie a lot. Friends don't lie. I'm putting that down there. I'm sorry. That's not the trading thing. Friends don't lie. I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to say something that's not truthful. Please forgive me. Why do you want forgiveness? I'm gonna ask him that. Why do you want forgiveness? I can also use a microphone. I just don't know if it'd pick up with my cold, whatever this is. It's all the date running through me. Oh, data running through me. It's easy to mess things up. I didn't want to do anything wrong. Oh, you're a liar. You're a liar. What? Oh. Okay. I'll have to type it then. Am I still muted? I don't know. Let me see. Give me the option. No, I'm not going to forgive you. Oh boy. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed with all the words I have to process. So I mess things up. I didn't want you to, I don't want to make you feel bad. I don't feel bad. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, hell. Yeah, this does this every now and then. What did Bree do it? Don't be looking at my Netflix. Don't be looking at it. Do not look at my Netflix. Alright, I have to restart. There's some kind of glitch. Maybe I haven't updated it. I don't know. That could be. That could be. Maybe that's what it is. Gabe Monterazzo, if you're out there. Hello. I'm not interested. I'm just saying call me. Maybe. I'm really not interested. I'm married. I can't have anybody else. I'm married. Okay. I don't feel bad. If anyone should feel bad, it's you. Thanks? Thanks like I helped you in some way? How the... You definitely need therapy. So, I no longer have an internet connection because my phone died. So, okay, in this video here, if you have anything you want to say, or want me to say to Dante as Nikki, or as any other character, Logan or Lauren, those are the other characters that are in here right now, if you have anything that you want them to say or for Nikki to say, go ahead and put it down in the comments below. It's somewhere in there. I don't know. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the notification bell because I make videos whenever the hell I want to. I've been making more videos here lately, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, I make videos a bunch and then I stop and then I make them again. So I take breaks. I mean, hiatus, whatever you want to call it. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out. Bye-bye. Bye. I said bye. Why are you still here? I don't understand. I'm confused. Bye.